Welcome back, AP Cambridge students, to video 2 in the social media project, which is how to set up a bibliography or a works cited page. Just to give you a idea of the difference between these two, a bibliography would document any sources that you read or that shaped your opinion during your creation of a particular project. So, for example, you might have read 5 different books or articles or interviews, but you may only cite 3. So a bibliography would document anything that you were exposed to that helped create your opinion. A works cited page, on the other hand, is a little different. In a works cited page, you're just going to cite the works that you've listed. So if you're going to use 5 sources, you would need to cite all 5 sources within there. That's a little bit about the differences. So the first thing I'd like us to do is go to the social media project document. And when you get on there, you'll see in video number 2, which is being made right now, so it's not currently linked, there are 2 links under it. The first one is to Son of a Citation Machine, and the next is to the Owl at Purdue. But first we're going to look at Son of a Citation Machine. It's kind of a funny name. Son of a Citation Machine is a free citation machine that uses the most up-to-date versions of citation. So we're going to use MLA. So select MLA. And then we're going to come over here and look at the different types of sources that we could use. So for our purposes, let's see, a database, a journal, web image, online discussion, emails, lecture, blog, interview, and podcast. We're going to call this a journal. And here this gives you all of the different information you might need. Now, not all of these items will be available, but we're going to go ahead and look. Okay, so let's go back to our let's go back to the Wall Street Journal article that we read. The China real-time report. This article was written by Loretta Chow, so what I'm going to do is copy her name. I've got several citation machines open here, and I'm going to say her name is Loretta Chow. I'm going to go in now and get the name of the article and just a copy and paste. So here's the name of the article and the title of the publication. So let me go back. There's the China Real-Time Report. I'm going to call this the Wall Street Journal, though. The China Real-Time Report is a subsection of this, so we're going to call this Wall Street Journal. So volume and issue numbers. I am not sure if this will have it on here, but we will certainly look. Doesn't look like there is a volume or an issue number. So we are going to move on. And then the year. Let's go back. I believe this was written in 2012. So come up here and put 2012. And this is a web article. And then we're going to go and paste the URL in. So copy this again. Paste that in there, and you click create the citation, and there it is. Your citation is made. So I'm going to copy this, and let me start open a new document. Come in and paste my web link. Now, a couple things to to be aware of. For MLA citation, you always want to indent, and that's where this is going to take a little bit of playing with. You want to indent. Okay. These two lines we want indented in, so let me see how I can do this. See if this will do it for me. Nope. Basically want this one to come out. I'm going to leave that as it is for right now, but I will come back and indent in just a second. So there's my first citation. The other thing we want to do, and some of you guys use the Gale website, and let me go and grab a citation off of there. In case you didn't know, the password, if you're using this from home, is Lone Star, one word, lowercase, all letters. Let me go grab an article from Opposing Viewpoints. Social media in schools. I know some of you guys have used this Digital Citizen article. The cool thing about this is it gives us the exact citation. And because this article is from an actual newspaper and it's just been put on our site for us, there's no website after it. So let me go back. And there's my citation. Now, I'm going to try really hard to indent this. It keeps wanting to indent this. I'm going to figure this out, I promise. One of the things you want to do when you're doing a, let me call this works cited. You want to make sure that your citations are in alphabetical order. So C comes before D here. So again, if you had something that started with an A, you would probably put it up here. You also want to make sure everything you're using is the same font and the same font size. I do everything at 11. That way everything's good. I'm going to figure this out. And my cursor just went off the page. Anyways, these two are going to be indented, which hopefully I will figure out soon. Then you will come down and add your others. For your works cited page, you need at least 3 opinions, or 3 citations. 2 of them have to be for, at least 2, at least 1 against. Of course, you can definitely use more. Let me show you how you would also cite any interviews you've done. These would include the interviews that we were doing this week in class, as well as any you did last week. Let me go back to MLA. And let's go to social media interview. So let's say that we are interviewing, or you interviewed Mr. Signs. So we would put Signs, David. Our date of the interview, let's say we interviewed him on September 11th last week, 2013. The style of interview, only if you are the interview. So this was a personal interview. And then complete the following if the interview is a published broadcast. That would mean if you listen to it on the radio or something like that. We didn't do that at all. So that's all the information we really need. So we click create, and that's the citation. So again, copy that, and let's add this back into our Works Cited page. So again, if you quoted anything or you plan on quoting anything from what Mr. Signs said, that would be a great one. The same thing with Miss Gaylord when she came into one of our periods. You can definitely add that in here. So S comes after D, so this is again just fine. So to review, your Works Cited page needs to have at least 3 sources. 2 of them at least need to be for social media, at least 1 against, so you need at least 1 argument on the other side. You can definitely have more. And I'm going to figure out how to indent this soon. So, Works Cited page, at least 3 sources. Make sure you have 1 on each side, 3 total, and interviews definitely count. Okay, thank you for listening. Stay tuned for the next video, which is going to be on your essay. Thanks.